Welcome to our afternoon race today. We have Hotspring and Azerod versus Tardy and Eclipseclock. I am Ash the Smurf, joined by Purple
Oh yeah,
Pyro.
everybody.
Let's take a look at what we have here. We were looking at it a second ago, and as everybody's favorite, we see that White Palace won, which obviously with the settings that we have, we know that's the top item, but things to note, City of Tier 0.
That's the first in this tournament. It's going to be quite an interesting race to not see many City of Tears checks unless something important like Fragile Charms or such are there.
Alright, let's get these guys counted down, readied up, and get this started.
Right, everybody's ready. Let's get the countdown. I'll let you do the honors.
Alright, we should be seeing them take off in a second.
Any second now. God, this is the most tense part just before the race starts. Like, they've been counted down and just waiting for streams to catch up with them starting.
So we have a very linear start. This is Crystallized Mound, so there's only one way for everybody to go right now. One person presumably doing Dream Plats, the other checking the few things that they have access to in Resting Grounds.
So yeah, as Ash just said, there is only one way for them to go, and we are not going to be seeing any splitting up for the teams until they are at least done with resting grounds. So this is going to be interesting to see how they're going to go with this.
Well, the thing is that we know they have to find something, like whether it be a stag chain or like swim or a tram pass that'll get them out of here.
Or dive, to be
Elevator
honest.
elevator is not randomized, so a dive would also suffice, which would give them a few more checks.
Yeah, this is a very awkward start. It's not the worst start, honestly. Things like the Fog Canyon start, I'd say, are worse, but this is definitely not the best start to be given.
It's it's nice to know that you're gonna find something though. Like whereas if you start in Fog
Definitely.
Canyon, you can go through all of Green Path and find
And
one
Queen
thing that'll
Station.
yeah.
Eclipse not doing
Well,
Dream
we already
Shield or
saw there's a
something.
soul totem here, Wesker. So they got lucky in that regard. If they do find dive, there is a soul totem that they can use.
Oh, and that's Green Path Stag at Dreamnail, so they have a way out.
I saw a Lurian at Seer.
Ooh, so Essence is going to be important here. Other than that, we still have one more resting grounds unless we miss something there.
I mean, there's still a couple. There's the all of
Yeah, there's still all of Crypt and
yeah.
everybody's favorite
I mean, we're
Flower
already getting a
Quest.
White Palace seed. Are we gonna get a Flower Quest?
I mean,
Give the people what they want.
yeah, give the people what they want. We need to give the cuties in chat what they deserve. And that is some good old Flower Quest content with the White Palace content.
Flower Quest content, but will we have Ismas early or will we have it late?
Ooh, that's the question here. Anyway, so far it seems that the teams are pretty much going the exact same direction. We've got Hotspring and Eclipse going lower green path, whilst Tardy and A's are going for Hornet.
We do
Still
have two
nothing.
items in Green Path, but there's
Yeah, so
not much that they can do.
Hornet might have something. Sadly, A's just beat Hornet and only got a bunch of lifeblood, so in the end, Hornet is not being generous to us for seed.
So again, with this location, we have to find something because there's only so far that we can proceed through to
Oh
Queen
yeah,
Station.
definitely. It either is somewhere here in Green Path, or it's one of the three fungal waste checks with, or it could be the Fog Canyon check if they go if it's
And there's the
autopilot.
wings.
Never mind. Wings as first movement. This is always interesting in races. It definitely opens up a lot of fungal though. So I am definitely curious if any of the teams are going to split up and have someone going through fungal whilst the other person might go to crossroads.
Yeah, I would expect somebody to go to Crossroads with Crossroads 5 and Dirtmouth 4. That's almost a quarter of the items in that area.
Also, we're kind of lucky that Hotspring has recent items because as chat has just noticed, Ace does not have recent items, so we cannot rely on him to give us give us recent item information. All right, so Hotspring is going down to fungal. It seems. The question is, will they go up to crossroads, or are they going to do a fungal check? Fungal, well, not clear. They can't really clear it, but a decent enough clearing.
I think we're seeing them go straight down. Probably leaving stuff to do for their teammate.
I mean, I'm not going to blame them. It's it's best to yeah, Hotspring. Ooh, Hotspring is checking the Queen's Station checks though.
Which is part of fungal, and there are three things in fungal.
Yeah, but with them skipping the autopilot seal, I was honestly expecting them to be charging for Crossroads for the 5 checks there, and probably leave fungal checks to add A's. God,
That's a totem, so they don't have to go through the gauntlet.
it's always nice to be able to just see that something is a totem and not have to do it.
Oh yeah.
It's much better than having the totem just pop up all of a sudden, like with things like bosses and such.
My favorite is the one in Crossroads at the mass shard. Jump up, see it's a totem, just keep continuing on to
Oh yeah,
Crossroads bag.
definitely. It's literally you just walk up and you don't have to do anything else because you don't have to backtrack if it's something because you see it on the way to the jump to make it to the small platforming section. Or I don't really know.
Lips doesn't care. He wants that soul refill.
I mean, it is a good soul refill. I can't blame him.
We're gonna see some very similar pathing until we find a few more items.
Well, not necessarily so far, even though Hot Spring and Eclipse have been. What is Eclipse? Ooh, Eclipse is going. Deep Nest, I think, trying to do the explosion pogo up. That's
Fortunately, missed it.
with Deep Nest with 6. I honestly admire the decision to go to Deep Nest early, especially since it's pretty open to checking multiple things at this point with just wings.
Yeah, I mean, we have Fungal open, we have Crossroads open, so.
So yeah, I think that having one player go to Crossroads or Fungal whilst the other player does Deep Nest checks is a really good decision on their part. If they can make the skip, that is. Keeping one keeping keeping one person on logical checks to make sure that they don't miss out on easy movement, for example, whilst the other person is doing out of context checks because of the fact that there is just so many possible locations to find something important at.
Didn't see anything important at Leg Eater. But we're
And
gonna see the Crossroads play? Yep.
no, wait, we have Mantis Claw and Dive for red team. I'm trying to figure out where they got them from. Oh no, Fungal Waste, 2 of them. I think those were Leg Eater.
Oh. They just probably grabbed those really fast and the lag is not helping checking the items as they're doing it.
Yeah, but no, I noticed that Hotspring was clinging onto the walls, and I checked for recent items, and I saw Mantis Claw and Desolate Dive from Leg Eater. Leg Eater kind of busted this seed, it seems, with 2 really important movement options. It also opens
I
up.
I would like to see an instant warp back to start, if that's the case. Because that is overgrown or crystallized mound access and crypts.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, although to be honest, Resting Grounds only has 2 checks, and we already know where one of them is, being at Seer. And Crystal Peak also has 2, so I think that going for Crossroads at this current moment is still slightly more beneficial, especially since Grubs probably has something, and checking how many Grubs are going to be necessary would be great.
I like to know if I'm in for a flower quest or not.
You know what, that's fair. It's always nice to know if this is going to be a content seed or a content seed.
I just like it knowing that I can breathe a little bit easier, going, okay, it's not flower, I just need to get into the glade.
Or it could just be in crypts, and yeah. And yeah, no, the Howling Cliffs play is already benefiting red team as well. Finding... Is it both of the Cliffs? Oh, Cliffs has free checks, so no, I 100% say that this was a great decision to do. All the checks are pretty much available at this current moment. Even with Jonies. God, I sometimes forget the names of these things.
Ramen stone. We found it. We don't have to worry about it. I see a lantern at Salubra.
And the Mothman Cloak was also at Salubra, so we've got
Yep.
nearly full movement now. This is already going to be a great seed, and I honestly feel bad for blue team because going left side Crossroads is currently ridding them of the dash, and so this might be an opportunity for red to snowball a bit.
Did blue not check Leg Eater?
No blue check.
Nope, they have Claw and Dive.
They have Dive. It's just that red team has gone to Salubra immediately and has found Dash, and also Lantern being there means that they are also on the look for charms. Although I do really enjoy the Morlick early play. As a self-proclaimed Morlick early enjoyer, I enjoy people doing Morlick early. It might not be beneficial in 90% of circumstances, but if it is, then it's something that normally does pay off. Or at least should pay off unless they die. Luckily, Tardy pulling on my heartstrings makes it through.
And gets rewarded with a mask shot.
Hey, it's an extra piece of health.
Yep.
Now they need to take 5 hits before Fury activates and not 4. If they get Fury, that is, which they still don't have.
Right, we are seeing Azerod going into cliffs.
And ooh, another dash at Grubs at 19. Other than that, there is only a Resting Ground Stag. That is, they already have Resting Grounds access, so that is pretty inconsequential. So yeah, we are looking for 19 Grubs this run, this seed. Let's see who's... Oh wait, no, blue team is the only one that knows what's at Grubs, so red team still doesn't. However, I'm going to expect that Hotspring is going to go over to Grubs once they finish off the mound.
Yep. I would also expect that. Fragile Greed coming in useful later when we get to check Divine.
Lucky for blue team, is in a very centralized spot, a spot with so many checks that it's very unlikely that they're not going to find it.
Yep. Always good to get those Fragile Charms early, though, so you're not, like, hunting the map for one charm when you're looking for one item.
Oh, definitely. And we have Sprint Master. It's not Dash Master, but it will do. And that was checked, so... Yeah, there seems to have been... Well, there have been a couple of important things in Ancestral Mound, but nothing major so far.
I like this Deepness play because of how stacked Deepness is. I mean, you can't go all the way, but you do know where Lantern is.
Yeah, definitely a good play. Well, no, blue team I don't think knows yet because they still haven't gone to Salubra.
Okay, we know where Lantern is.
We know where it is, but they don't. Still, I still think that the Deepness play is still a great play with how loaded it is and how loaded right side Deepness is anyways.
And especially having Claw so you can, like, get up to the things like a Lifeblood that you normally would forget on, like, a second pass through.
Oh, the dash that the blue team is missing is at Salubra. Tardy is doing everything but going down to bottom right crossroads, and so far I'd say that red team is really benefiting from having a dash, whilst blue team isn't. They are going around the map way faster.
To be fair, Tardy's broke.
Yeah, true. Maybe we can get Eclipse finding a geo check, a geo drop somewhere. Or Howling Race, that's also pretty good considering its damage output.
Howling Race is probably the best spell to fight Dream Warriors with.
It's honestly the best spell to fight like half of the bosses with, just because of the fact that there really aren't many bosses that have a similar size to the Knight. The only ones that come to mind are things like Hornet or Broken Vessel, for example. And most other bosses are much bigger than the Knight, and therefore the Wraiths has a much... just deals much more damage than any of the two other spells, even in its Well, other than Desolate Dive is still a better choice for most of the fights, though, just because of its much higher damage output.
We are seeing that crystallized play that I wanted to see. We'll see if that pays off, and if they continue on into resting grounds to check the dive.
It froze at the perfect moment for us to not be able to tell what is at the crystallized mound check. And we just skip from that to going straight down. The red team now has Lantern, so Deep Nest is looking very promising, in my opinion, now that they both have access to Dark Nest in Logic, and also all of right side Deep Nest. And considering the fact that that blue team has already found 3 things in Deep Nest, it's already paying off.
Oh yeah.
Although I wouldn't be surprised if they went and if they went further into like Crystal Peak of such. Since even though it has 2 checks, it has a bunch of grubs.
There's our other resting grounds item. Ismas.
And Ismas at resting grounds. And so no flower quest today, sadly. Or at least no flower quest on this race.
So Eclipse able to get 3 items in Deep Nest in Light Nest. That is a good play.
Yep. I did not catch what was at flower quest. Ace quickly checked, but I was too slow.
I would love to see Tardy get to Salubra and get the dash, so...
Definitely, and it seems that he is finally going in that direction. Meanwhile, we're getting some right side Fog Canyon content. Well, East Fog Canyon, I say right side, but it's East Fog Canyon.
I'm gonna assume this is...
I don't know if I like this play, considering how Fog Canyon only has 1 check.
I mean, if you have Ismas and you... Because the Soul Totem is definitely something that you want to check because that is a Crossroads item.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So... The Soul Totem into the deboost relic. I can see it. I like Eclipse's play of Cliffs right now. Because there are 3 things in Cliffs. Or 2 now.
Definitely, especially now that... Especially with none of them being at Journeys. Since we've seen Red already for that completely clean it out. Also nice to see that blue team finally got the dash, so we are a bit more level in our playing field again.
Oh, they've already had 2 dives, so that is their 3rd version of dive.
So... From what I'm seeing, Hotspring is doing fungal checks, probably to try and find that final fungal check that on the main that's remaining. And also, I would love to see Hotspring go from this right to doing Deep Nest, since we haven't seen any Deep Nest play from Red Team yet.
Yeah, I mean, we have Wings, we have Claw, so we can go into Fungal Core. Yep, which is straight for it.
Yep. Meanwhile, A's, it seems, is...
Did we miss?
It's hot. Is it Hotspring not checking?
Hotspring is not checking the soul totem and the egg.
I feel like that might bite him later on.
Yeah, because they still do have one thing in Funko.
Yeah, I don't understand why why he'd do that, especially since those checks don't take that long to get. Yeah, no, I'm trying to figure out why, and it's just not coming to me. Meanwhile, on the other side, we see Ace is doing the left side spike tunnel, or at least trying to. I am highly enjoying how Red Team is going right now. One of them going to Royal Waterways, even though they don't have the swim, with the movement they have, they can 100% do a bunch of checks in Waterways and find multiple of the 6 checks that are in there. And Hotspring doing deepness checks is definitely a good way to go with it also having 6 checks.
Already going into peaks. We do have 2 checks there.
Yeah, we do have 2 checks there, and also, that's one of the crossroads checks there. The totem at Myla having a VS. Blue team nearly with full spells right now. So it's definitely up. Oh, that's an unfortunate place to get a bunch of Chico. It all just falls down, it's such a pain.
Yep. So we have 3 left in Crossroads, and we know one of them is at Grubs. And if they haven't picked up their lantern yet, that would be
No, actually, we only have 2 left in Crossroads.
Did it just not update?
No, since Red Team does not have the VS that Blue Team just got. And since we also know that Lantern is... Yeah, so we only have 2.
Yep.
One of them is at Grubs, and the other is still unknown.
Yep.
Ooh.
Inks will pick up from Waterways.
Waterways already giving them 2 mages. And that's... So that's where they found their second one. Their second dive.
Not sure how both teams are doing on Grub Collection. But they do need... What was it, 19?
Yeah, they needed 19 for a Wraiths. Or... No, wait, it was a dash at 19. Did Tardy forget that he has a dash? Since he was just... Those pogos looked very uncomfortable to do. Like, never mind, I think he remembered the fact that he can dash. Oh, wait, Eclipse finding a Crystal Heart in Dark Nest. On the totem below Mask Maker.
That's a good find. We're down to 1 in Deep Nest right now.
Considering the fact that we started with 6 in Deep Nest, that is a very fast Deep Nest to clear. And honestly, I would love it if the final Deep Nest check was at Nosk, just so we can see some Nosk content. And I swear to God, if I now Comcast them into having to do Nosk, I will laugh.
Hey, you can take all the credit on that. I don't want to be blamed for people having to do Nosk.
I personally enjoy Nosk content. Nosk is a perfectly good fight. Also, yeah, definitely there has been a lot of interesting route divergence between the two teams, but there's also a lot of similar plays. Like, for example, even though Hotspring is doing it much later than Eclipse, both of them going into Deep Nest this early on is definitely a very nice sight to behold. Meanwhile, Eclipse is leaving Weaver's Den, so that didn't have anything.
Couple of stags, it looks like.
Yeah, Queen's Garden Stag is very beneficial. City Storerooms, still decently good. It definitely opens up things like Lem to both members of the team now. Tardy doing the room as it was supposed to be done. I personally would rather just do it the slightly harder way of not using C-Dash, because some of these lasers are just annoying as all.
Yep.
But it was worthwhile. It was a dream nail.
Alright. So both teams have a dream nail from different places.
No, actually.
Yeah, Eclipse has a dream nail. Oh! Tardy's on the... Nope, so...
Red team has not found any dream nails yet, so... Even though I do enjoy Red Team's divergence, it does seem like Blue Team might have a slight edge with their routing decisions.
That shades all. I think we saw Eclipse pick that up, so we're still looking for that one item in Deep Nest.
Yep.
Going after that Fragile Charm. Love to see it. So I think we're about to get our suspicions confirmed that Nosk is indeed required with these last couple checks.
Yep.
Red team has now acquired Dream Nail.
Yeah, with Hotspring doing Deep Nest checks, it's only natural to have found the Dream Nails that... At least one of the Dream Nails that has been found by the other team at this point.
You love to see that Distant Village Stag in Beast Den.
It's always fun to find the stags at nearly their vanilla locations. Like, and Tardy finding all of the Crystal Peach checks, so... Or at least I believe so. Yep. Crystal Peach is at 0, so... CG2 has Love Key. Sadly, that is not too much of a help, since CG2 is extremely easy to get to, and Collector will not have anything.
Alright, we do. Yeah. We have not seen Shade Cloak, so...
Although that could happen very soon if either of the teams gets enough grabs for the other dash.
Let's just say I'm hoping for the content.
Not specifying which content, just content.
Just content.
Well, I'm going to specify what content I want, and I want some NOS content.
Of course you
and
do.
I'm not afraid to Comcast them into having to do it.
Teams going very back and forth with who's leading with
Hotspring
major
just
items remaining.
died. Hotspring just died in Dark Deep Nest after picking up the C-Dash. Ooh, you hate to see it.
You hate to see it, but at least they have a lantern so they can get back.
Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, number. I may want number in the... Like, if we have Colo 1 and 2 required. No, I don't want Colo 1 and 2 required. I am not fat evil.
Okay, I will go with Colette. We need an Oscar so we can see the doodle. So we need we need Hotspring to do it. Picking up the Ismas.
Wait, where did they get Ismas from? Resting grounds.
Yeah, I think it was Crips.
Oh yeah, it was Krebs, okay. I was just slightly confused because I am seeing Eclipse doing more of actual fight themselves, and it's like... And then having Tardy and Resting Grounds, it's like, wait... It's hard to concentrate on four races at a time. So sometimes something that feels weird might not be weird if you'd have just focused on them.
Alright, so going based on we want to see the doodles, that means we want Umu and what else? We're not gonna get Collector because of City of Tier 0. I would like to see Doodle Kalos. That would be something.
That sounds miserable. I want it now. Also, Tardy with that beautiful Isthmus Grove skip. Well, Spike Tunnel into Isthmus Grove, not the skip itself. But with only one Waterways check remaining, and I don't think Red Team has done Isthmus yet, have they?
No, I don't believe so.
It might be here, and if it isn't, then it's not at Isthmus.
We do still have Defender's Crest.
Yeah, we still have Defender's Crest and the Tuck Egg.
Yeah, that is Defender's Crest.
Oh. I thought you meant... I didn't remember if they did Dung Defender or not, so when you said Defender's Crest, I thought you meant the actual check.
I'm not sure they actually have.
Well, we have both things related to Defender's Crest, then.
Yep.
The check itself and the thing that requires you to wear it. Sadly, the team has Defender's Crest yet, so... We're still waiting for that.
Have we seen Junk Pit yet? We had to have, right?
I feel like we have, but...
It's so hard to keep track of. I mean, Red Team has Waterways 1, so...
Ooh, and there's a Fragile Charm at Hera that we missed out on before. Well, it's not fragile, it's unbreaking, but...
We did see that Eclipse picked that up.
Yeah. I was just way too focused on Red Team at the time to have noticed that, sadly. Meanwhile, blue team is Tardy is currently showing just how much of a pain it is to go through waterways without without swim. There's just water everywhere.
So we haven't seen Basin.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything in Basin yet.
I think we've touched every area that has stuff in it except for Basin.
I was excited. I saw Hotspring tap on the Hotspring bench, and I was hoping, oh god, please Nosk, but sadly no.
We need to channel our ESP so they understand that we want what we want, because we want doodles.
Doodles.
That was City Crest, I think. Is that...
And Monomon for... Wait, does Red Team have Monomon? No, they don't. That's the final Royal Waterways check, then. The Broken Bridge relic.
Yep.
And that's Blue Team Swim as well, so that's... This is a
That
very
means it
close
can
race so far.
actually go back in and finish clearing waterways.
Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, as I was saying, so far this is a very close race. 16 to 19.
Wow, we're seeing GG right now. There is an item at GG. There's 2 items at GG.
So we now know where all of the cloaks are. With the final one being at Grubfather.
Yep. Eclipse choosing to go into Ancient Basin only to exit via tram.
Okay, I am really enjoying this Hotspring immediately doing Sharp Shadow check after getting Shade Cloak.
Yes.
With what we know and what they know as well, it's either this or... Oh my god. Is it Nosk?
It is Nosk, let's go!
Nosk! The successful Comcast. We get some... And it's Hotspring who is fighting it. I'm sorry for doing that, but...
On another note, Blue Team has 7 grubs, getting ever closer to that Crossroads item.
Even though at this point, honestly, I wouldn't put grubs collecting on such a big... as such a big need.
Well, I don't think they have Shade Cloak yet.
Oh wait, they don't.
So that would be a very high need. Tardy taking an unfortunate death on the way over to Junk Pit.
Did they not get... They
not
I think he got the shortcut, but he went into the wrong wall, thinking that that was where the shortcut was.
Yep.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Not that much of a big time loss, but it's still a pain to go through this area. Because the flukes are just relentless. And I feel like Hotspring knows that I think Hotspring knows that I want him to do Nosk, and is specifically due to that avoiding doing it. He has baited me into thinking he's doing Nosk twice.
Eclipse taking the upper path. in Edge.
Yeah, no, I think didn't press it, her Hotspring. I think we are finally getting Nosk. Just I saw Howling there on the cocoon, and I thought it was a Wraiths for a second, but no, it's just the map. I really like Eclipse's current play though. With Edge being at 3, I feel like this is the perfect time to start searching through Edge for any of its mages. And considering we have not found anything in Edge going upwards, I am actually kind of concerned about Colo now.
Yep. That's the whole knowing mentality. Like, the reason you check Flower Quest early, the reason you check Colos.
Yep. Meanwhile, we are seeing some Nosk content. Hopefully Hotspring can deal with Nosk.
I did not see if there was anything there, because
that was a very scary situation to be in. The infection puddle just being on top of you. Also,
I feel like we're being cheated because there is no doodle.
How dare they? I came for Doodle Nosk and not for this.
Oh!
And it's Kingsbrand! Yeah, no, that was... It's definitely something... I feel like with just the fact that Kingsbrand is behind Nosk, Red Team already has a massive advantage, since if the Basin check is in Abyss, I don't think Blue Team is going to do Nosk for a while.
I feel like this is a good play from Hotspring, taking the tram literally to go check that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Meanwhile, we continue getting Kingdom's Edge checks from Eclipse. And we have Void
There's
Heart.
one. That is something I'm assuming. Oh, are we not seeing Hotspring? Immediately run and check that?
They don't have Kingsbrand, so having Void Soul, like Void Heart, does not really do anything for them. Also, Eclipse buying the 800 Geo Charm Notch. You love to see it.
And when you have the money, it's also a good heal for your partner.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We're seeing... I think we're seeing all of the other Fog Canyon checks.
Oh, this hurts me. Hotspring is, in fact, doing Ismus checks. Since Waterway still has one, and they haven't checked Broken Bridge yet.
I mean, I think it's a good play to go in from the side they went in from, though, because they were already up checking the totems.
Oh yeah, definitely. Although it's not smart, I do hope that Hotspring goes Edge first, because if they find that Void Heart is going to make exploring the abyss way easier.
Tardy returning the favor with a charm notch sent to Eclipse.
Yep.
And we have a Bish Shriek.
And that's all from Kingdom's Edge. Everything was down at bottom edge, nothing at
Yep.
top. So now, if Hotspring goes to, and immediately does the bottom edge checks first, instead of going up to top, which sadly does not seem to be the case.
We have a Dreamnail Luck Dreamnail. You love to see it.
Although red team does have a dream now, so it doesn't really. Well, both teams have dream now at this point, so it's not like a massive pain.
Did that say Spore Shroom? I saw he's buying. Oh no! Oh no, he hasn't gotten the item yet. Yes, that is a Spore Shroom from Divine.
Spore Shroom at Divine and Hera at Thorns. All of these checks that blue team is getting over red team are really inconsequential in comparison to the ones that red team is getting over blue team. Like things like Nosk are really quick and easy to do. No, things like Nosk aren't really that easy to do, whilst things like Divine are 1-2 and done.
We're gonna see a black egg. Because we have all three Dreamers on blue.
Dreamers. I mean, with Crossroads at 2 and us knowing that one of them is a Grubs.
We know it isn't Kingsbrand, so what could they possibly find that could help them here?
City Crest?
City Crest has already been found, I believe.
Never mind.
Raids.
Yeah, that's not helpful in slightest. Damn. Sadly, it seems that Hotspring is in fact doing upper edge before lower edge. So this is they know he doesn't know it, but we know that that is a massive time waste. And
I thought we had enough grubs. Pick up that item. We had 17 a few minutes ago.
yeah, we need 19 for the grub. For the
Yeah, they haven't picked up any in the meantime, I guess. I guess Acid Grub and maybe...
Yeah, Tardy is definitely picking up this one. And then other than that, Eclipse is doing the Fog Canyon checks and is probably going to get the grub on the way to Teacher's Archive.
Yep, and obviously we know that these checks are going to be for nothing because we just saw where the Fog Canyon item is a moment ago.
Yep. And not even doing this room about Ismas. This room is so easy without Ismas, like, you just, the first part is the only part that is moderately difficult. Ooh, Hotspring is currently in a fight for his life. I've never seen that happen before. Like picking up an item that is on the edge, facing away from towards the edge, and so you just fall down whilst picking it up. I have not seen that before.
Both teams gonna end up with 2 Dream Nails, and we've seen where all 3 of them are.
No, red team has all 3.
Oh, they have all 3.
Yep. And blue team is going to get their third with Teacher's Archives.
Did they pick?
Hotspring,
oh, yeah, they did. Never mind.
Hotspring, Hotspring, I beg of you, don't do all it. No. That's for one check, Hornet 2 is not a good decision. I don't I don't think Hornet 2 is ever a good decision unless you know that she is. Oh wait, never mind. We're getting Doodle Hornet content. It's still a bad play, in my opinion, but at least we're getting Doodle Hornet.
I mean, we have Wrestling or Kingdom's Edge 3, so they don't know anything at this point.
I'd still rather Hotspring did lower edge first, since it's still much more check dense.
With what they have for spells, and I mean, Nail Zero is an all skills Hornet fight. Like, so if they're familiar with that at all, that fight took what, 30 seconds to make sure
Yeah.
that you're not missing a check.
I mean, it is a charm notch. Tardy is doing Mantis Lords. You love to see it, but it's also hurting me personally with how scuffed it seems to be.
Do we know there's something here or not? Because I don't
No.
believe.
Voice. I don't think Red Team did Mantis Lords and they have all three fungal checks. So. But I don't remember it might.
If Red Team does have Woken now, which I can't tell from the tracker because it's so small, we should be seeing Palace content then.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like the fact that they haven't gone to Palace yet is a big misplay, since Palace is a massive time sink that has to be done.
Yep, and we know it's to the top, so they have to go all the way to the top of regular White Palace.
Yep.
I guess it also depends on your comfort level in Palace.
And Hotspring doing lower edge and pretty much cleaning out all of edge at that point. Since we know that literally all of the checks in lower are in lower edge. Hotspring not doing the 420 Geo Rock check.
There is a totem down there.
There is the totem. Was something there? I think there was something there, wasn't there? Or am I just... Oh wait, never mind. This might have been the final edge check, and Hotspring might just be safe. Yeah, no, there was nothing there.
Alright, Eclipse starting White Palace.
Meanwhile, Hotspring is the only thing I can think is happening right now is Hotspring is going over to Basin right now.
Interested where... Okay, is this a Peaks?
Or maybe they are going for the grab that's... I honestly don't know. what the best course of action for red team currently is.
I mean, basin, crossroads, waterways. I think they need. I think they need to clear resting grounds. They have the means to.
Oh yeah, they still haven't. They still haven't done the dream bosses for that.
Unfortunately, Azerod in waterways, which we know where the item is.
Yep. Oh, this is. Though the magic items remaining is very close currently. Red team is at a massive disadvantage.
Red team had the advantage when they had Kingsbrand, but them choosing not to do Palace, and then I speak too soon because now they're in Palace. So
Yeah, no. Still, I I feel like the fact that blue team has many more zeros on their how. Yeah, no. I still think that blue team is slightly ahead, specifically due to the fact that they have done the essence grind, whilst the red team has yet to do that. And that is going to be a massive time sink for red team.
this is gonna be the cloak grab.
Yep. Oh wait. Oh, blue team has yet to open up the egg shop actually to get the other dash and
That's why that was so important for them.
yeah. But it's also. Oh wait, that also means that Dirtmouth, all the things that they require is all at egg shop. So Dirtmouth is almost completely cleared for blue team as well. Whilst red team, I don't know whether. Oh, I think it's the divine check actually for red team.
Yep. Red team is a divine, blue team is GG.
Blue team is getting really far through White Palace. Red team is also getting some significant progression done there.
We're gonna see Azerod hopefully pick up that waterways item.
Oh yeah, definitely. At this point, honestly, the broken bridge check is one of the hardest to miss, in my opinion. Okay, no, they got it.
Yep, they got it.
It lagged at the perfect place to. No, Ace. Hotspring already did that. No. Hotspring already did that. No.
Slight miscommunication.
It's a miscommunication, but still painful to see. Oh god.
Flip's having trouble with this jump.
And Eclipse is pretty much done with White Palace now. after this, there's just this final room. And with Tardy doing Nosk right now, that will open up all of Abyss as well.
Yep.
So yeah, major items remaining 5 to 6. That's going to become 4 to 6 once Nosk is done with. And
Yep, and here's the GG. So
Hotspring, why are you doing DLC rooms? What is this room? No one goes through this room. What is this? Okay, never mind. At least that part was. God, that felt. Okay. So we have A's doing basin checks like the Abyss.
Yep.
Whilst Hotspring is
And
continuing.
looks like Eclipse is going to be following.
Now, this is still any team's game. But it's definitely looking much more like blue team is. Oh my god. The final fungal check was at Leg Eater.
I thought they bought that earlier. That's...
That...
The City Crest does exist. I thought that was the other one they were missing.
I was actually wondering where that final... Yeah, no, with that. Considering A's is doing Abyss checks at the same time as Eclipse.
Yep.
Wait, there's a... Okay, I did not know that you can actually skip that room. I learned something new today.
I think this might be blue team's match, depending on where this item is. I don't think red team has too many areas left.
Yeah, no, definitely. I would say that red team has a chance, but they still haven't done the... They still haven't gotten the essence for the resting grounds check.
Your teammate called you out.
Okay, I got called out there. Yes, that is why you do White Palace and not me. Hey. I am pretty good at Path of Pain at least. White Palace itself, yeah, you might be better at the Path of Pain. I'd say we are equal. Anyways, Hotspring finally done with, Oh.
Yep, Azerod doing climb, so we know that that basic item is there, because you don't do that for fun.
Yeah. And Eclipse skipped checking that, so...
If he doesn't go back for that and decides to go over towards Lost Kin, that might give them a chance to catch
definitely.
Up.
Oh no, because Tardy is doing, going over to Lost Kin, so... It's definitely... Yeah, no, Eclipse is definitely gonna go and do Birthplace now. Meanwhile, we are seeing some Doodle No Eyes. Honestly, out of all bosses, I did not expect No Eyes to get the Doodle treatment. So this is quite a nice surprise.
You love to see it.
quite a nice, quick no ice fight. And now
There's the dream nail. We're gonna pick up Elegant Key, which it's a very fitting last item considering there is absolutely nothing there.
I mean, there could be something.
I would love
It's
if that was the nothing check.
I mean, yeah, no, imagine if it was. Like,
Yeah.
that would be quite content if it was. Anyways, yeah, red team. If red team is fast enough, considering they did just get that wrestling round check. Crossroads, yeah, they're getting the divine right now.
Yep.
And that leaves only two, and both of them are at Crossroads. One of them is for grubs, which I am hopeful that they have enough for. Ooh, with Eclipse still doing,
Oh, this is gonna be really close.
This is actually way closer than we anticipated.
Yeah.
Since we know that the final check isn't Black Egg Temple, and Ace is going to get it right now. So yeah, no, this is, the red team is actually in the lead. Since both of the players are... Oh wait, does Eclipse have the... Did Eclipse do the Black Egg Temple check? They have Black Egg Temple.
Yes, they did.
God, this is so close. Oh my god. Oh,
I just hurry up and put your charms on. You don't have time. They don't know that. Just go, go, Eclipse, go. Hotspring, stop messing with your charms.
This is probably the tightest race we've had so far in this race. Like literally both teams.
Yeah.
Starting off the Hollow Knight fight at exactly the same time.
We've had a couple really photo finishes, like all teams in Radiance at the same time.
Oh yeah, definitely, but...
Oh man.
This is the first time that it wasn't because of a Radiance death.
Yeah.
Like, this is literally just both teams finding everything at the exact same time. And getting into the fight. God.
Oh my god, and the lag is killing me because I'm like, I just want to see! I just want to see the transitions!
Okay, now, the scary part is that if, for example, Tardy dies here, which I
no, you do not come close on Radiance! You do not do it!
No. Okay, no calm cursing here.
Oh! Is...
Oh, no, that is, that wasn't even the person I comcast. It was... It fucking rebounded somehow. Oh my god. Yeah, no. Red team has to hope that someone on blue team dies, and... Tardy has to fuck up this, climb completely if they hope on, them dying, so... Okay, but... Tardy
we did not see underplat.
Tardy did not do underplat. If Eclipse doesn't do underplat, for real winners will be red team in my heart, and blue team will just be the actual winners.
Yep. Alright, let's open the... We gotta keep this open for the GGs. Alright, Tardy has GG'd.
Hotspring as well has GG'd. So the stream is just way behind.
And Eclipse has GG'd.
Oh. That's a GG to the racers with Eclipse, Tardy, and Hotspring all finishing, and Age just. And Eclipse did not do underplat. Wait, did Hotspring do underplat? I did not see Hotspring, and I don't know if he did underplat or not. At least the chat is happy that we had double overplat.
Yep. Alright,
God, that was way too close.
Alright, so let's drag them in for an interview. They both said yes.
Hello.
Hello!
Hello!
Do you guys know how close that was?
I do now.
Right when I finished, I saw Hotspring say GG in the main chat. So yeah.
Let's just say, if not for the fact that Ace died, you guys might have lost.
Oh my god.
Unlucky.
Like, it was that close. Like, they had 3 items, but they were the Crossroads and Dirtmouth item that they knew where they were.
Yeah.
So...
And I went the wrong way in Abyss. Oh!
I'm actually pretty happy how I played this round. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it was, I like that.
Definitely.
It's
You
good.
guys played amazingly there. I will say that both teams have made some mistakes that have been a bit questionable and for routing. But
Yeah.
honestly, all in all, I can't really blame any of you for what you did, because it was all very
Hello.
well played.
Hello, GG.
GG.
Jeez.
And we have A's in here. I will
So
say,
did we lose or win?
Sadly, you lost.
Yeah, that's what I
It was
thought.
it was close.
Azerod got too many hits on THK, which screwed us.
Yeah.
Or
That last 2 minutes was definitely something.
my heart.
Oh my god.
It was extremely stressful, like seeing Eclipse, A's, and Hotspring, all 3 of you, go into the THK fight, like one after another. It was one of you, then the other one, then the other one. All of you just went in at nearly the exact
Oh my
same time.
god.
The only
I had
person
like
You-
a
who was in the
2-second
fight
radiance
before you
fight.
guys was Tardy.
And mind you,
My
I'm sitting
radiance
here
fight was really
with your
good.
charms, just put them on!
Yeah.
Yeah, I stay. I sat on that bench too long. I'm shaking.
I pretty much had mine down that whole time. Shaman's was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shamans came early, and honestly, it was very nice
Shaman's,
to see.
Eater, and Twister for radiance.
Oh my
You
god.
twist. You had Twister. We didn't have Twister.
We had Twister. I don't know where we got it.
Aw.
It costs.
I mean, if you got it, you must have searched better. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I liked the early Dashmaster, Sprintmaster. That
But
was...
yeah,
I liked
Yeah.
having all movement
The
abilities
early game
before.
of these seeds was just that early game, just everything just flew by.
Yep.
So clear.
I will say though, Red Team has the win in my heart because they did underplat on Radiance,
Yeah,
whilst
see?
both of Blue Team members did not.
Yeah,
so-
yeah.
I'll
I got
practice
hit
it.
by that as well.
Whilst you didn't win the race in the end, Red Team, you won in my heart, and that should mean something.
That's all that counts.
I mean, winning the race would have been nice, but
Maybe.
Eclipse, I
Yeah.
think what saved you too is that you didn't have to get to Black Egg Temple. Because you just had to warp in.
yeah,
So
definitely.
you got really lucky that the item was
at Black Egg. Oh, at the...
Void Heart, and you were the one that went down there to check it.
I'm a bit mad, I gotta say, but we did play some parts not optimally, so
Yeah, I died
guess
in
it's
Deep
not
Nest
fair.
once.
I died in the
Yeah.
Fluke manga room.
I
Yeah,
almost
no,
died in
but-
Deep Nest again, but
I said to the other team that both teams have done some questionable plays, but in the end, both teams have done a very good job with this race, and The fact that it got this close
Probably.
really shows that both teams have played extremely well.
Yeah, I think that came down to who's going the right place. It came down to skill rather than luck, because you had every item. You just need to. What area do I check?
It's
Yeah.
like a skillful way to influence luck, because obviously if you just go into an area and the first 2 checks are the one you need, then you're just off. And for example, we did every check in Crossroads and every checks in Waterways, and maybe we could have.
It felt
like,
so terrible to watch you guys going through Waterways, having seen from Blue Team that the final check was in fact Broken Bridge. So
And
Yeah.
I knew about it for so
I was
long,
told to
and
check
you
it, and then I'm
guys-
just like, I'll get it later.
Oh, that would have saved you guys so much time as
Yeah.
well. Oh, that's just miserable.
I went through Ismas, and I'm like, okay, it's probably the random egg you missed in Waterways, but it was Bridge.
I have a question.
Yes.
Going through Fungal Core, you didn't
Uh,
check fungal items.
No, I knew
Got all-
that all 3 majors were at Leg Eater, so
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I
You need
forgot
to
there
do
was a major
MMRs.
at leg either, so I just tried to get every other item.
Yeah.
No,
I didn't have the
don't know
funds.
why. It might just have been that you didn't get one of the items, or we just.
Yeah,
looked
I
at the
didn't
wrong
buy
bracket.
I didn't buy Crest because I couldn't afford it.
Oh, that's why.
So I bought
Yeah,
it
because-
very late into the game.
Yeah, because of the lag, I believe at the time, the leg eater, or we just didn't notice it. We thought that leg eater only had 2 other checks, and the third one was somewhere else. So we unironically thought that you were skipping out on the checks for no reason in particular.
I wouldn't put it past myself.
I mean, it happens sometimes, but yeah.
Oh my god, I really want to. I want to do a rematch now, having lost so closely.
I'll do my fair share of yelling at you for dying to THK or hitting him
Yeah,
too much.
But I thought you could get
Hey.
4 in.
4, yeah.
To be honest, with THK, the fight is really, if you're doing raves, you've gotta find the spots where you can do it, like, safely. Like, it's kind of like with the NKG, for example, where you have to look out for the opportunities to attack.
Yeah, I just did dive the whole time.
That's perfectly acceptable. Dive is the second most damaging of the spells, so
Mhm.
even though it's not as effective as Wraiths, it's definitely way safer.
Yeah, you don't risk some stupid head hitbox coming your way.
Yeah.
We all know
He's gonna
that
fall on top of you with his dagger.
one. Yep. The good classic Team Cherry moment that we all know and love.
Okay, just Ace, what are you doing?
What could I be doing? Going
Ace,
in the
if-
direction at this very time.
Ace.
Oh.
Ace,
Oh,
Ace.
great idea.
Okay, I'm literally
Oh my
still
God.
sitting on the bench. Just so I'm sitting down. You should know by now my stance on
No, murder her.
Marissa.
Murder
I
her.
literally left the last interview when someone drew me on her.
You were
Just
murder
literally
her.
going up to Marissa, and the
I-
stream cut, like the stream wasn't gotten rid of. So
At your
it was
teammate's
like,
request, murder her.
I will not,
Oh my.
because we are not going to be teaming up against for some time. Probably, maybe not.
Maybe I'll have to kill her.
Actually, yeah. That was
I
the final
swear I'm
race,
still
wasn't
sitting
it?
down, but-
At
Yes.
least
It was close. I'll
it
take
was
it.
a very close finish.
I'll have to
That
rewatch that.
The
don't
category
have-
is incredibly nice. Like the rule
Yeah.
set and everything is really nice, so I will be doing
I
I think some race again, River and Rockets.
Yeah.
Whatever we get the time.
those are our friends dash opponents.
But yeah, anyways, I don't have any more questions. Ash, do you have any questions for the racers?
We have another race coming up in an hour and a half.
Yep,
It
if you
is Tim and Purnell versus Element and Kama, which
So-
I'm assuming Eclipse and Tardy will be watching very closely because the loser of that race is their opponent in the next round.
And we'll beat them.
Yeah.
We're gonna win.
And,
Yeah.
and just in case you enjoyed my commentating during this race, I'm going to also be commentating that race. So that's also something to look forward to.
I particularly disagree with the choice of the restreamer to hide Marissa away. She's still very much alive, singing to me with that.
We'll never know.
We will never
Like-
know.
To finish off,
We have
commentary.
Schrodinger's Marissa here. She is both dead and alive at the same time.
Depending on your personal preference.
I got the stream so I can get to her.
Oh my god!
Oh, there's like a minute delay.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I sit at Spire for like 30 seconds.
White
At least
knight.
we've got some wide night content to finish us off for this race.
And I guess to end up the commentary, I would just
Come on,
give a shout out to my IRL friends watching the stream. Hope you understood everything. They haven't played Hollow Knight for the most part, so I hope they're understood. And if you saw some French profanities in the chat, it's them. Don't worry.
wait. Did we actually have some
Hold on.
profanities in the chat?
I have no idea.
I did not see any French profanities in the chat, so
Maybe they don't have Twitch accounts.
mayhaps. Anyways,
Well, anyway, very good race.
Good
GG.
race.
very good
GG.
race. Again,
GG.
I will say, oh my god, oh my god.
Hotspring, I am leaving this chat for obvious reasons.
Oh, Hotspring, how dare you? And we were just about to finish.
Perfect.
Anyways,
As long. Oh,
Eclipse, Tardy, before we
nope.
finish,
You
good
you
luck.
can see. You're dead.
Thank you.
Yep, before we finish, good
Luck.
luck with your remaining races.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Thank you.
And yeah, let's see who is going to be racing against you guys in an hour and a half.
Yep.
Yep, so
GG.
GG's.
Bye.